Hello. Hello, 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 hello. And welcome to your December 2020 ASMR Tarot Forecast. Now, I did just do the 2021 yearly forecasts last week, so those will already be posted by the time that these go live. It's a lot of readings. I have my flames in the foreground, and I would like for you to, of course, prepare to shed anything that you wish to leave behind in the year 2020 and not bring forward with you into 2021. A lot of our holiday rituals and winter rituals are centered around purification of energy and moving forward into the new year. So, start thinking about all of the things that you would like to bring into your life in 2021. I'll give you a moment to think about that. Of course, focus is going to be a challenge for this part of the video, so I hope that you'll bear with me. Now, in order to bring new things into your life, you're going to have to get rid of things that are no longer serving you. It's the same as if you were cleaning out a storage space, or your car to travel, or your bedroom if you want to get a bigger bed, or your closet to bring in new clothing. Sometimes you change your sense of style slightly, and certain garments no longer fit, or they become worn and tattered, and it's time to replace them and get new things that fit your new self better. So now, I want you to, in relation to the things that you'd like to bring into your life, consider the things that you're going to have to let go of before you're able to bring those things in. And I want you to send them into the flames. Alright? Just keep focusing on the flames. And the things that you're letting go of, just release right into that light. You're doing a great job, by the way. Thank you for supporting this channel. It really means a lot to me. I do have things that I'll be releasing so that I can bring new and better energy into my life in 2021. Don't be so quick to throw the whole year out, though. I know that together we've been going through a lot of personal transformation this year, and it's important to remember that in order to bring in new things, you have to let go of the old. And sometimes you don't want to let go of things that you end up having to put aside in order to bring the new things in. Just because these things are comfortable, familiar, beloved even, you have to trust that you're letting go of them because better things await you. And just continue. Continue, 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 continue. Continue to release that energy, the old energy, the worn, well-loved energies that you need to release in order to bring in new things for 2021. I am going to trust at this point in the year, because we do this for most of the readings that I do. Hello, Virgo. Hello, 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 hello. Let's talk about your December of 2020. Keep in mind, too, that I've already posted the forecast for 2021, so you can watch that at this time as well. Virgo, the first card we have coming out for you is the Six of Wands. This is a card of victory, so that's very good to get right off the bat. It's crossed by this Nine of Pentacles, so some kind of financial security situation leading to victory in your life. We also have the Beast card coming out here for you as well. The Beast is a little bit like the Devil card from the Tarot. It could be about conquering some kind of personal demons, or it could also be a warning against the excesses of the good life. Let's look at the past here. So we had the Eight of Swords in the past, which can be about feeling trapped. And we also had divination come out in this position. This could be about using divination to get yourself out of a stuck feeling situation at some time in the past. Let's look at the current state of affairs a little bit deeper. Because I've already put out the 2021 forecasts, I'm going to be looking a lot at the current situation in this reading. So the accurate depiction is going to be here in the middle. Off to the side is going to be your perceptions of the current state of affairs. And then off to the other side is going to be how others perceive your situation, looking inward. And we have coming out first the Emperor. Now, it's possible some of you have Aries in your chart prominently. This is the Virgo Sun, Moon, and Rising reading. The Emperor is about order and structure and rule by divine right as well. So, all of those things very good for your current position. Let's look at your perceptions. We have the Eight of Wands, which is about a swift resolution to something, probably leading to this victory. Slaughter of the beast, perhaps. Let's look at how others perceive your situation. So the card coming out for you there is the Queen of Wands. It's probable that at this time you are being perceived as very socially aware, very gregarious, friendly, a bit of a social butterfly perhaps. The Queen of Wands is very self-assured and confident in their dealings with other people. And once I'm finished with the main part of the reading, I will go back and I will pull some more cards for the current state. Let's look at the future, the future, the future. And in fact, here we have the Sun coming out. Virgo, this is a really good reading for you so far for the month of December. And actually, along with the Sun, it's interesting, the obelisk is coming out here too. And the obelisk is all about man's relationship and devotion to the Sun and to the higher power associated with the Sun. This obelisk being an honorarium of that, a physical solar power, you know what I mean. Let's look at your hopes and fears now. We have the Knight of Wands coming out in the reverse. And this makes a lot of sense with this Eight of Wands here in the upright. The Knight of Wands is fire energy, very hot, very non-discriminate as far as what it will devour, and a very fast-moving energy. Now, because it's in the reverse here, I can see that you're afraid that if things move too fast, everything's just going to burn up. And that if you're the impetus for things moving that quickly, that it could be disastrous or harmful. But I don't see that being the case here at all. Now, finally, we're going to look at your goal or destiny here, and we'll look at your final destination over here. We have a lot of people coming up in your reading. So here in the goal or destiny, we have the Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords being fire of air energy. So, fast moving, but also somewhat discriminate. A fire fed by oxygen and able to move with discernment. And to move, to cut things out of your life that no longer serve you, but also to use logic in that process. And your final outcome card here for the month of December, we have the Five of Pentacles in the reverse. Now, this could be speaking to a time in the future when you will feel like you've been left out in the cold. Or it could be about that door closing. If you've ever been in a situation where you had food or shelter insecurity, this might be about leaving all of that in the past in 2020. So, let's look now a little more closely. A little more closely. A little more. We'll look at this Eight of Wands. We have coming out the full moon. So this ending could be coming around the full moon in December. We have the water card coming out. Now, it's possible that you have water in your chart because of course, Eight of Wands is not a very watery card. It's a very fiery card. And this could also be speaking to the relationship between the moon and water, and how those things cycling together create a lot of phenomena here on our planet. Excuse me. And then we also have the self-awareness card coming out. So, all of those things working together during this period of this Eight of Wands cycle ending. You've got, your self-awareness. The full moon, of course, is much more illuminating than the new moon. The fuller the moon is, the more light it will shed on these situations. And then water also has a lot to do with our intuitive states and our emotions. So all of those things coming together to reflect your current state of affairs. Let's look now at this Emperor card. below the Emperor, then you have the waning gibbous moon coming out in this deck. So that could be right after the full moon occurs. You have the lungs, and the lungs are about the alchemy that occurs. When you take air into them, they strip off the oxygen. Carbon dioxide is released, and that oxygen is then used in your cells to accept electrons from the ATP process. We have the visitation card coming out here too. Now, this could be about a visitation from people that you know, but looking here at the self-awareness card, you look at the DNA helical structures depicted on both cards. The visitation can also be a divine or extraterrestrial visitation that is performing alchemy on yourself, and there could be like profound changes to your makeup during this time. Finally, let's look at this Queen of Wands card. We have the moth. The moth can be a warning not to fly too close to the flame. The moth also undergoes metamorphosis. So in this case, it could be a reference to this metamorphosis here in the month of December. We then have air. So here we had water, and then we had the lungs, and now we have the air card coming out, and all of those being very closely related to one another. Of course, the lungs being a space that is both damp and full of air. And then finally we have the tree, and the tree is a living thing that takes a long time to develop into its full form and can live for a very long time. So this is a long-term energy. So although we do have the Eight of Wands here about some kind of swift resolution, we also have the tree here speaking to something that's much more long-term. Alright, Virgo, well, thank you for joining me for your reading today. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you again very, very soon. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for joining me today. If you enjoyed this reading, please do like, share, subscribe, leave me a comment down below. I love hearing from you guys. And I am coming up on my 1,000 subscribers, so if submissions haven't closed yet, be sure to fill the form out down in the description for a chance to win one of 3 free readings. Now, I wanted to do something at the very end of this video. This is the end of year reading, so part of that is clearing out any of the old holidays to come in 2021, right? So I am going to use these tuning forks and create some binaural resonance. Binaural resonance